Hello everyone, my name is Kostya.
And my name is Sam. Welcome to Copycat Devlog. This week we're going to be talking to you about how we are building our dream game while traveling.
Yeah, we were posting a bit of content on social networks, and lots of people were interested in our lifestyle and asking questions about how we actually managed to combine our passions to travel and our passion to gaming together and how we're making it work. So we decided to make this video. So, first question is all about the inspiration, and many of you were interested what actually inspired us to start living this lifestyle. And to be honest, it was less of an inspiration and more of necessity because we started traveling and working remotely when COVID pandemic began. So back at that point, we were living in our little apartment in Sydney, and as COVID hit, we lost few of our gigs and our jobs went remote. So we decided, why don't we relocate to Queensland to spend some time with the family? And to be honest, we just never went back. We really enjoying the flexibility of remote work style and the inspiration that traveling to different places brings us.
We have been working remotely for 2 years now. It's so humbling and freeing. We know we're very lucky to do what we do. We have travelled primarily around Australia in many of the major capital cities, including Gold Coast, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, and Hobart. We've also done some smaller cities, including Bathurst and Wollongong. These have been great because we can take our bikes on the train line, which is why we've chosen some of the bigger places. And of course, the internet connection's great, so we can always work as we go. We've also been traveling to New Zealand, and currently we are in Peru. This is the first of many international trips that we plan to take, and we're just so excited to be able to do what we do every day.
And some of you asked about visa situation, and luckily enough, many countries allowing us to stay in for up to 90 days in the tourist visa, and our current working situation qualifies us to be able to travel as tourists without applying for a working visa. The most common question was all about financing and how do we actually manage to sustain this lifestyle and finance the game development. And if you've been watching our devlogs for a while, you know that we work in an advertising as a senior creative team. We do it remotely and our office is based in Sydney. So that pretty much allows us to pay the bills and allow us to travel and pay for accommodation and food, etc. We are not saving much by doing this, but it gives us free time to work on Copycat and actually enjoy traveling. We also don't have Kickstarter, Patreon, or parents' credit cards. In fact, we support my family because they had to temporarily relocate because of the events in Ukraine. So hopefully when Copycat's released, some of that profit would also go to our savings account and fuel up the next project as well as our life.
It's always been a balancing act, and over the last 2 years, we've really worked at our craft to find something ideal that is sustainable but also lets us enjoy the world. Our current schedule consists of 3 days paid work, 2 days gaming, and 2 days traveling. Across the game and the traveling days, this could be anything from actually working in the hard scripting and developing of the game, or it could be brainstorming on different scenes. And of course, traveling can be as simple as going to the supermarket to buy some groceries, or it could be as broad as going on a little hike, especially now that we're overseas and in Peru. A lot of the time that we spend really goes to inspiration, and we hope by putting in a lot of this exploration we can channel that into our game.
So what is our luggage situation? Obviously, when you move every month, you don't want to have too many belongings, you don't want to have too many suitcases. That's why over the last couple of years, we learned the way to shrunk all our belongings and everything we need into two approximately 20 kilogram suitcases plus a couple of backpacks. We do all our work on two laptops. Our main working horse is an Alienware 17-inch laptop with an additional portable 17-inch screen. This allows us to pretty much do anything we need without sacrificing on quality and performance. It's a very powerful machine, and I'm really impressed how far we've come with laptops that pretty much can compete with huge 20-kilo desktop computers.
My computer is a little MacBook that I take with me to write on my games, but ultimately our gear is things that spark joy and make us happy. Our current setup is typically staying 4 weeks at a time in any given place, but once we realise we're moving around 12 times a year, we've started to extend that to 6 weeks. We feel like that's the sweet spot, especially when we do our overseas and international trips. Currently, we stay in a variety of locations, the first being family. It's always great to touch base with them and see their beautiful faces, plus it's on the cheaper side. Typically, we stay in Airbnbs. They have been the best fit and the sweet spot for us. It's totally furnished. We normally get a monthly discount if we're staying for more than 4 weeks, and we don't have the commitment of a longer lease. It's just been a really great opportunity for us and a good fit for our lifestyle.
Sustainability is another important question, and so far as we discussed, we think it is rather sustainable, at least in our situation. Working 3 days a week, we can pay the bills and support all the travels and everything we need without digging into our saving accounts. Obviously, at some point when we're ready to settle and start a family, we may need to alter our lifestyle, but since travel is still a very important part of our life, we're probably still gonna stay mobile in one way or another.
Something else that we're looking forward to is applying for a gaming grant, and that will allow us to take a step towards a more professional company setup by actually being able to pay a lot of our collaborators. For example, our fantastic composer that we've onboarded. The grant might actually help us pay ourselves too.
Another important component that you can't really quantify with money is an inspiration and an opportunity to go different places and explore. And that's something that also brings a lot of joy and makes us more creative in our day-to-day work. And the last question is my favorite. How do you actually find a partner who's willing to do all this crazy stuff with you? And the secret is you don't really find a partner who's already ready-made for these goals, but you meet somewhere in the middle. So when we met with Sam, she brought all the passion and joy for traveling, and I brought my enthusiasm about gaming. And over years of being together, we actually infected each other with this passion for things that we both love, and eventually crafted this lifestyle that we both enjoy and thrive to continue.
Thanks everyone. That is our little glimpse into how we are building our dream game while traveling.
If you're interested in the lifestyle content, please let us know in comments. As well as if you happen to be in the locations that we are at, we're always happy to catch up and learn from each other. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.
Bye!